and this crop is one of the main source of income from Jamaica, which helps economics benefit.
All right, not bad. But then we have to look at and you can't say this island, you have to use back Jamaica. All right, and if you use Jamaica one time, don't use it again because it's just 20 words we ask for, so you have to cut out some. And then they didn't speak about the environment itself, right? So that is something that you could have added. All right, and the word vital means very important, right? So those are some things that you want to look at. Kemoya. Not bad, Kavisha, not bad. Go ahead, Kemoya.
Miss, sugar is important in Jamaica. It provides jobs and protect areas by preventing soil erosion and supporting wildlife.
Nice. Says that this is beautiful, and this is the person that said she's not good at summary. What helped you to write this nice summary a while ago, Kemoya?
Miss, I see the keywords are the main points that she was talking about. It provides
Awesome.
job and protect wildlife.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And the words that you did not understand, what did you look at them? Did you look at them what they were saying? Did
Miss, I
that help?
wasn't sure what vital is, but I saw that it said important. That's why I said sugar is important in Jamaica.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That was beautifully put. So, except for David, I'm seeing where you kind of getting a better understanding what we're asking you for. Now, you're going to have some cases where, let's say, it's not one of the words that Mrs. Clark. Oh, please to write down the word vital, underline it. Write down the word. Where's the other one? Out of this sentence, that fauna, Fauna, and write down the word livelihood, write down the word habitat. Where's the other word?
Yeah, unvaluable.
Yes, unviable. But that's not in or but unviable, right? And diversify. We're writing down these words because we're going to add them to our vocabulary. That means the next time we see these words, we should not be, what does it mean again? I don't know the word. You should have an idea. Even if you don't remember the exact meaning of the word, you should have an idea of what the word means based on how it is used. All right? So, David, come again. David, that's it, David. All right, not bad, but they could have been way better. Okay? And based on the others, you would see them with some of the things that you would have missed out. All right, so let us continue the video and hear what she will be saying. That was just practice for that paragraph. All right, and soon stop this one too and go over to video number
Cane
2.
production many years ago. For the most part, the industry has flourished and sugar has remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop, buoyed by high prices and preferential trading arrangements, first with the United Kingdom and then with the European community. More recently, some sugar industries in the Caribbean have proved unviable, as much larger global producers such as Brazil and Australia have begun to export and world market prices have declined. In response, in some of the region's economies, newer industries such as tourism have been enabled Caribbean economies to diversify. Despite this, sugar still plays a key role. In Jamaica, as many as 200,000 people, about 8% of the Jamaican population of 2.6 million, derive their livelihood directly or indirectly from the sugar industry. Sugarcane is grown in almost every single parish, and nearly half of the land under permanent agricultural crops is in sugarcane. The industry also makes a vital contribution to Jamaica's foreign exchange earnings, bringing in excess of US $100 million each year in foreign exchange. Beyond this, sugar plays a significant role in maintaining rural environment. The planting of cane protects the soil from erosion and creates a habitat in which a wide range of Jamaican fauna is able to flourish. Now, much of this has to change. The decision by Europe to cut its preferential price over a 3-year period as a result of a World Trade Organization ruling has led industries across the region to review their visibility. Some, such as St. Kitts, have decided to move out of the production of raw sugar for export altogether. Others, like Barbados, are looking at adding value to their small industry through marketing of organic and branded specialty sugars. Achieving the economies of scale that this transition requires will be far from easy. It will require all the European support that has been promised and more. It will involve a significant investment in the modernization of the industry, as well as the retaining of some personnel to enable them to migrate to other forms of agriculture or to the region's fast expanding tourism sector. Now, when we talk about writing our summary and we spoke about steps, we said that the very first step when we are writing our summary, and we're looking at this entire passage, the first step is to find the main idea. When you're looking through this, what it is we are able to identify, and we had a key when we said, look at the bottom, and we know it's speaking about sugar. But what is it saying about sugar? And I want you to pay attention to it, go through and...
What is the passage saying about sugar? That's right. Can't manage. All right, David, come through. Anybody else? No, David, that's not correct. But go ahead.
We also talk about the importance of sugar and how it affects the Caribbean.
Say that again.
It's the importance of sugar and how it also affects the Caribbean and also it would support the international region.
Okay, I get where she's trying to go. I get where you're trying to go, Misha. Let me hear from Oliphant. Oliphant?
Yes.
What is
You say the paragraph is saying the importance of sugar
not the paragraph, the
Yeah.
passage.
The passage is the importance of Africans that miss and
I don't know why I'm not hearing you. Talk little, project your voice a little more. Sit straight up so I can hear you. Go.
Mr. Passage is talking about the importance of sugar cane and how it benefit the country. Miss.
Okay, let me hear you, Kemoya. Kemoya? Kemoya, you there? No? Kevisha?
Miss, I would say that the importance is that Jamaicans have to like grow this crop because it has better quality than other countries.
Okay, thank you for that. Um, the good thing is that all of you make reference to sugar, but most of us are off the main idea. All right, let's listen in. Remember they talked about the economy, and Kemisha was leaning towards it, but she left out this very important word, the economy, right? Which has to do with amount of money that is made and how it impact the world and how it impact the Caribbean. Don't you see that in the passage? Yeah?
Yes, Miss.
All right, let's continue.
For your purposes, these are our paragraphs here. This is paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, paragraph 4, and paragraph 5. So we have 5 paragraphs here, and we want to be able to go through and identify what is the main idea. What is this talking about? And it's talking about, first of all, we see, yes, sugar. But what is it saying about sugar? And we could identify sugar here. It's talking about the industry would have flourished. We are seeing sugar mentioned in our second paragraph. They're talking about diversifying the economy. Sugar still plays a key role. Much of this has to change. Right? In our fourth paragraph, they're still talking about moving away from the production of raw sugar. And then even in our fifth paragraph, when we look closely again, we're seeing that they're talking about maybe moving from sugar into the tourism sector, even though the word sugar is not mentioned here. So we know that they're talking about sugar. What it is I want to encourage you to do, because what we're going to look at in our next lesson is how you're going to take each of these paragraphs. And I want you to be able to do that. Take each paragraph, find the main idea, and also you want to be able to look at your morphets. How can you eliminate these as you go along so that what you're left with is the content necessary for your summary. So let's take an example with the first paragraph. It says, although some Caribbean states went out of cane production many years ago, for the most part the industry has flourished and sugar has remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop, buoyed by high prices and preferential trading arrangements, first with the United Kingdom and then with the European Union. So we want to do some elimination of information that you don't need. We want to eliminate, we know they're talking about sugar. What it is they're saying about sugar in the first paragraph. Even though some Caribbean states went out of cane production many years ago, for the most part, the cane industry has flourished and sugar has remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop. So we do not need this information here. So you can draw a line. We can draw a line through this, and you'll use your pencil. You don't need to, just do it too many times. We don't need that. The cane industry, and it says the industry has flourished and sugar has remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop. It continues by saying it's buoyed by high prices and preferential trading arrangements, first with the United Kingdom and then with the European community. So we can say here that it remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop to the United Kingdom and European community. So we can cross this out because this is additional information that we may not really need right now. For the most part, it remained the premier export crop to the United Kingdom and the European community. Immediately, we've condensed information here. The sugarcane industry has flourished, and it has remained the English-speaking Caribbean's premier export crop. And we can see how we might be able to look at that if you can cross this out as you begin to structure your summary. Similarly, you take your second paragraph. What is the main thing that's being said here? The paragraph says, more recently, some sugar industries in the Caribbean have proved unviable as much larger global producers such as Brazil and Australia have begun to export, and world market prices have declined. In response, in some of the region's economies, newer industries such as tourism have enabled Caribbean economies to diversify. Let's take off the bean here. This one is telling us in this second paragraph, it says that we can take out more recently because it's a transition word that you don't need right now for your summary. Some sugar industries in the Caribbean have proved unviable because, and we can find an easier way to say this, and we can condense this information. Some industries in the Caribbean have proved unviable because other producers. So we can change this entire part where it says, as much larger global producers such as Brazil and Australia can now become as other producers. So where you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words, we've just condensed that into 3. So some sugar industries in the Caribbean have proved unviable as other producers began to export, and you want to be able to continue to condense, break it down. You're going to do the same thing for all of your other paragraphs. You want to eliminate the morphemes. What are the words you don't need? You want to be able to condense through use of your vocabulary. You want to make sure that statistics. In Jamaica, many people, you can just do that. In Jamaica, many people, and we're taking out all of this. You can say instead, in Jamaica, a small percentage of the population, or you can still say many people.
Miss, you're on mute.
We just realized, Kamisha, thank you. What you just crossed out a while ago, what area of the morphemes that fall under? Good job, David. Good job. Statistics. All right. Continuing. Soon switch this.
But you don't want to put in the numbers. Derive their livelihood directly or indirectly from the sugar industry. Sugarcane is grown in almost every single parish, and you want to condense this information as well. You're going to practice it, but again, you want to eliminate your figures, statistical information, and examples. What you should be left with has to be within your 120 words limits that you've been given. Next week, we're going to take a look in detail at how you can structure this. But what I want to encourage you to do is to go back to the example, use the steps, and see if you are able to get your summary using the steps presented to you today. And remember to edit, check it, do not cross that word limit. I look forward to seeing you again.
All right, so that's the end of this video
and
here.
encourage you.
Okay, let me do escape. And I'm going over to the next video that's going to give you some tips for you to write in your summary. Would you like me to share the link for this one in the chat?
You can.
I can, or you do you
Yes.
would you?
Yes.
I know I can.
Please, please, miss.
David, I can slap him today, see? All right. There we go. That's it right there. All right, so the next one is basically giving you some tips.
Pro tips for writing pro summaries. Tip 1. Master writing in the word count, the word limit. Your summary should be 110 to 120 words. If it's